Hi everyone, my name's Patrick Lyons and I'm back with you one more time to talk to you about sustainability. The past couple weeks we talked about how the dining halls are increasingly using single-use plastics to avoid sanitation concerns involving COVID-19. There's been an increased use of single-use cups, silverware, and containers, and while this is good for keeping everything clean and healthy, the environmental impacts should not be ignored. Unfortunately, all of these single-use plastics can't be recycled, which means that way more waste gets sent to landfills. And so this is a very big issue from an environmental standpoint. However, the negative environmental impacts of COVID-19 and single-use plastics are not restricted to the dining halls. Wearing a mask is something that we've all become accustomed to over these last couple months, but something we probably haven't given as much thought to is the environmental effects of masks. Many of us wear single-use disposable masks that only last one day, and there are a lot of reasons for this. They're really convenient and they're a lot lighter than fabric masks, so they're oftentimes more comfortable for people. However, the issue with these masks is the same as the other single-use plastics that we've discussed, from cups to containers to silverware. They cannot be recycled because they have a lot of different materials involved. These components can't really be broken down into their original materials, so they can't be recycled and reformed into other products. So basically this means that, just like the other single-use plastics, disposable masks just end up in landfills where they degrade over time. Luckily, there's an easy solution to not having to wear disposable masks every time we walk outside. Every on-campus student should have received a Villanova reusable mask the day they moved in, so everyone who's living here on campus should have at least one. They're fabric masks, so they can be washed with the rest of your clothes and worn again. If every single student on campus wore this mask just once a week, that would replace thousands of single-use masks over the course of the semester, which would be doing the environment a great service. However, I would encourage you to go even further and invest in your own full set of fabric masks. They may not always be as comfortable as the disposable ones, but they are much better from the environment since they can significantly cut the amount of waste you produce, which is as important now as it ever has been. I personally have enough reusable masks to get me through a full week, so I rarely have to wear a disposable one. And while going that far is far from necessary, I really do advise you to go as strongly towards that point as you possibly can. It's also a really good decision from a financial and preparedness standpoint, because unfortunately, we don't really know how much longer we're going to have to be wearing masks. It's definitely possible that we could have to wear masks for the foreseeable future, and so eventually your supply of disposable masks is going to run out. So it's a lot easier to just have these reusable ones on hand, so you don't have to scramble to get more if you run out of your disposable ones, and so you don't have to pay for them down the line. You can just pay for all your masks right now. From an environmental, financial, and preparedness standpoint, getting yourself some reusable masks is a great move, and I strongly advise you to follow this advice and get yourself some of your own reusable masks if you haven't already.